This Pokemon is the most overrated top tier threat in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Alright boys, today I'll be telling you guys why Chi-Yu sucks. That's just how simple it is. Specifically in Draft League, if you're looking for VGC, you might want to go somewhere else, but you might want to stick around because Draft League's pretty cool. Chi-Yu on paper is a fantastic Pokemon. It was banned from Scarlet and Violet OU for a reason. It's almost impossible to switch it into an extremely polarizing when you don't know for sure that it's going to come. In a setting like Draft League though, this Pokemon is made infinitely worse. While it is one of the better Terra options, one of the better Pokemon that are still allowed to Terra to this day, and the fact that it could potentially go Terra Fairy to beat those Darks that usually wall it is super nice, it's still just a little underwhelming. In Draft League format, you know what's coming and you know that Chi-Yu is going to be on the opposing team, and you're able to prep for it a little bit better. I think it falls into a similar boat of Iron Bundle, where Iron Bundle is super good, but when you know it's coming, it's significantly worse. Not bad by any means, but extremely overrated. Specifically, that base 100 speed in Draft League is super mediocre and a lot of times makes you want to run Scarf, but you really don't want Scarf because you're weak to rocks. You want boots, you want some specs, maybe you want an eject pack for your overheat. There's a lot of different options, and Chi-Yu, depending on the team and depending on the build around it, is usually pigeonholed into the choice Scarf role. Now there are some good Chi-Yu teams that I've seen. I really am a big fan of teams like this that are like Chi-Yu Spike Stack. I think that's a team where Chi-Yu can certainly thrive, and I also like teams like this where Chi-Yu is not the #1 option. That's the name of the game here. I think Chi-Yu is a fantastic second best Pokemon on a team. I think if Chi-Yu is the best Pokemon on your team's not going to be very good. It's got a very low ceiling. It's got a high floor, but a low ceiling. Essentially, Chi-Yu is not a Batman. Chi-Yu is the Robin. Chi-Yu is the sidekick. Chi-Yu is the second best Pokemon on a Draft League team. In my opinion, it should not be the best Pokemon on a Draft League team. Otherwise, that Draft League team, yeah, it might finish 6-5. It might finish 6-4. And obviously, depending on the coach piloting it, that team can definitely go a little bit higher. But Chi-Yu being your best Pokemon is just a little tough when prepping. As someone who's used it, it gets stuffed by a lot of different threats, and there's a lot of Pokemon that can just take hits that you wouldn't expect it to take. Now there are a bunch of cool options. You have things like Flame Charge, Nasty Plot, Taunt, Ruination, a lot of different options, but that's about where the options end. It gets Will-O-Wisp as well and Memento. There's 6 not super natural moves that you could bring, and then you obviously have dual stabs. Other than that, the Pokemon does not get a lot of coverage, which means that it's very easy to prep for in a Draft League setting. Now I don't mean easy in the sense that every team's gonna have a check to this Pokemon. I mean easy in the sense that you know what this Pokemon is gonna bring, what it's gonna try to do every single week. The best comparison I can draw, I guess, is Darmanitan, but it's not as bad as Darmanitan because Darmanitan is usually gonna run Scarf. It's very much pigeonholed into Scarf. Chi-Yu, same thing, very pigeonholed into Scarf, and it can definitely do more than Darmanitan, but it's still very much so we'll call it a 2-trick pony because it does have a couple of different options. Beads of Ruin though is a very good ability. It lowers the split depth of opposing Pokemon, and it allows you to pick up potential 2-8 KOs that you otherwise wouldn't be able to, and a base 135 special attack is nothing to sneeze at. Again, this Pokemon is very good. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying this Pokemon is bad. I am saying that this is not a top 10 Pokemon. I'm saying that probably at best this is a first round pick in the later half of the wheel, and that you guys need to stop overrating Chi-Yu. Now why did I wake up and choose violence and choose to hate on Chi-Yu? Well, I got Chi-Yu in the BBR, and I thought this would be a funny way to introduce it. We dropped Ass Walking Wake and Torkoal, my beloved, for Ass Chi-Yu, as well as Hisuian Decidueye, who's a pretty cool guy. We did this because while all the things I said about Chi-Yu are true, we have a better first option in Terra Annihilate, debatably better. I think with Terra it's definitely better. And Walking Wake is dog ass in Draft League without Terra. I have hated it so much. All 4 of my matchups with it have been very subpar, mediocre to bad, and I got sick of it, man. The next week, of course, against Nate, it's going to have a fantastic matchup. It does. It just simply does. But the transaction deadline was there, and this was essentially like I had the option to trade Damian Lillard, and the best thing that I could get in return was like a second Damian Lillard, but slightly younger. So that's what we did, man. We traded Walking Wake, and we have Chi-Yu now. Our team is probably overall significantly worse, but I really don't want to use dog-ass Walking Wake anymore. It's just not a Pokemon for me. I don't want to use it unless I have Terra on it. That's just the way it is. I think that this Pokemon is unbelievably bad without Terra. I wouldn't say bad, I'd say like a 14 pointer, but with Terra it is very good. Without Terra it just does not do enough damage. It just simply doesn't. I just don't like Walking Wake. So Chi-Yu's ass, but now he's my ass. And I'm also excited for Hisuian Decidueye. It's a pretty cool guy and it gives us a defogger. The only way I was making a trade for these Pokemon was getting a Breaker and a remover, and we got exactly that. So shout out to Dell for reaching out to me and trading Ass Chi-Yu because he doesn't like it. Now you have Dog Ass Walking Wake in return. But yeah, that's it for the video. It's gonna be pretty short, gonna be edited a little bit. I don't know, I hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to check out next week whenever I whine and bitch about not having Walking Wake in the rain matchup. What a great debut for Chi-Yu, right? Thank you guys so much for watching, and for now guys, this has been John Jr. signing off.